Jordan, welcome to the Sticker Book Challenge. In front of you, you've got your very own sticker page with some big questions from your football career. All we want you to do is pick your favourite sticker from each category to pop down. Make sense?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, first up, we have got save. So we want to know which out of these has been your favourite save so far.
Everton versus Liverpool, Hendo's save. Mendy's save against Leicester versus Chelsea, Aspilicueta. Uribe versus Colombia 2018 World Cup. This one was a good save, but they scored straight after on the corner.
Yeah, that never got the replay, did it, on the broadcast?
Yeah.
Annoying moment.
Yeah, annoying. This was a huge moment.
Huge.
For
both of those two were in terms of staying up.
This was a good one because Hendo struck it really well. I think he's hit it outside of his foot on the volley, but I think it's an easy one, isn't it? I know one save of the year as well, so I'll go with that.
Is it an easy one?
Yeah.
Talk me through why.
I just think that the moment in the game we were 1-0 up, and you know the situation we were in at the time, we were scrambling for results, and it was a key. I think it was around about the 80th minute. It was a key moment, and yeah, just a lot of technical work went into that because I had to change a lot of footwork. So I think scramble from, I think it was Mounty, I think it was Mace's shot, hit the post, come out, and to get across the goal, but change me direction like that was quite good. And this one, obviously, one of my best saves I've ever made, but they scored after, so it doesn't really. It's a good save, but after that they scored, and we have to grind it out on penalties. So
yeah, and you're known for some of your reactions after these big moments, after the penalty saves. Some of those famous moments get clipped up and meme, don't they? Yeah. What's going through your mind in those moments? Is it just pure adrenaline?
I think penalties in a penalty shootout, it's quite I have that emotion, but it's also letting the other team know they're in for it really, because it's about psyching them out as well, the mentality side of it. Sometimes that can be chilled, sometimes that can be enjoyable, but yeah, it just depends what mood I'm in really. In state of the game, and if you feel it's a crucial save and you hear the fans behind you, there's nothing better.
So this one then, for the context, for the save itself, going into your first spot?
Yeah.
Your favourite save so far? You're going precise with the sticking down.
Yeah, my son makes me do them at home, so
Does he?
all of them makes me do them.
You practice with this?
Yeah, there's the first one done.
Next up then, we've got away day. So out of these 4 Premier League stadiums, we want you to know which is the most enjoyable, which one you look forward to most.
Anfield, Old Trafford, St James's Park, Villa Park.
Okay, which one then do you look forward to the most out of these 4?
They've all got good history. Villa Park's that's bouncing. That's quite enjoyable to go to, you know, before the game. Anfield's obviously a big derby game. The atmosphere gets you going, but the derby game's always one of them where it's a bit of needle. Old Trafford, I like Old Trafford. Just growing up as a kid, when we didn't have Sky back in the day, and you used to have to watch the Champions League night. So I always kind of like playing at Old Trafford, and obviously St James's Park. The atmosphere, I think, towards me is a bit on another scale, but for me, probably, I don't know, I think Old Trafford.
Going for Old Trafford?
Yeah.
Why is that top it?
Like I said, from when I was a kid really, growing up watching Champions League matches and the awards on TV, like the Schmeichel days and stuff, and I've always enjoyed playing there.
Perfect. Goes into your second spot then?
Yes.
Third category then, we've got icons. We want to know which out of these England number 1s you think is the most iconic.
David James, Paul Robinson, David Seaman, Harty.
So you're only 2 shy of these 2's appearances for England.
Yeah.
How proud does that make you to have that much longevity as England's number 1?
Yeah, it's good. I think bit of credit of hard work, dedication, and always wanting to improve, because there's always lads chasing the tail, and you want to just keep focusing, but the main thing is you want to do your best for the badge for the country, and so that starts from working hard here at the training ground and putting in performances week in, week out for Everton to give you the opportunity for putting the England shirt on.
Which out of these 4 then would you go with as the most iconic, former England number 1?
No, I'm going to go with my gut of like who I looked up to, and it was always Joe Hart.
Okay.
Obviously 4 great keepers in the self, and can't remember David James and Robinson. I remember having that. I've played in that shirt for England. remember having that shirt as a kid. But I'm just going to go Harty. I looked up for him when I was a youth team player, when he was, obviously he went from Shrewsbury to Birmingham. So he played them lower leagues, went to Man City, back to Birmingham on loan. Just learnt your craft. He's learnt your craft by going back out on loan, and that's kind of the route I took. Obviously Harty went to Birmingham, but I went lower leagues into Championship, into Premier League. But I always looked up at Harty. I think he was the number one when I was at that age where you knew quite a lot about football, and he's a great lad. When I got to meet him, got his shirt at my mum and dad's house framed. I remember being under 18s, being on the kit with the first team, and I asked him for his shirt and he gave me it after a game. And yeah, I've still got that framed, and he was the main person I looked up at as a kid.
Amazing. There you go then, Joe Hart, into your third spot. Fourth then, we've got penalty. So we want to know which of these has been your favourite penalty so far. I won't say save because there's a little surprise in there.
Colombia World Cup 2018, Palace at home. 2024 Euros, Kanji, Switzerland game. Whipping a ball, top bins, Switzerland.
So you've been on both sides now. What feels better, scoring or saving?
I've only took one pen, converted it, but when you see it hit that back of the net, it's a big sigh of relief, really. It's like, yeah, in pressure moments, you can feel the pressure on that.
Extra level of mind games because you know what they're thinking in that moment as well?
No, I kind of went in, I took my gloves off, everything. I went in as centre forward when I was taking that pen. Thought I need to feel like a player here and get it whipped in, yeah. The
Crystal Palace one, incredible save with your foot.
Yeah.
I think it was the technique in that moment that impressed people the most.
I tell you what, I remember it. He had a good penalty record, and I remember that save. Look, you can see it by my foot. I woke up the next morning, my ankle was killing me.
Was it?
Oh yeah, I remember hobbling all over. Yeah, it feels like a lifetime ago now. That another good save. 2024 Switzerland one was obviously another final we got to, and that was a stepping stone to get the final. And I knew I had to make at least one save to get us through. And you see for yourself, the 5 lads who stepped up and took the pen. It was outrageous standard, and Walks gave me a bit of a, I think it was Walks gave me a bit of a clue that Akanji would do that. So, but it was a good save. It wasn't a great pen, but I've got to go probably this one. It was my first World Cup, the first knockout game England won for so long, and the first penalty shootout, and God knows how long as well. So, and it kind of just put us on that. Not myself, I mean the team of England, back in that stage of, yeah, we're here to compete. And it was, if you were at the game, who was at the game, the atmosphere, it was like a cauldron for the Colombians. It was hostile. It was a great game, a proper game of football. We
spoke about it a bit with the save, but do the other side of it, the dramatics and the character you put on, does that all add to it? Does that all add to it for you in terms of that's something you've wanted to hone and get right because you know it gets in the attackers' heads?
Not in everyday games in the Premier League. I think tournaments, you know, it's a penalty shootout. It's probably the highest pressure moment you're going to have in your life. Each tournament you go into, and you know, if we don't win that penalty shootout, you're on the flight home in the morning, and our goal is to win trophies or go as far as you can in the tournament. So it's pressure moments, but I live for the pressure and I really thrive off it. So just enjoying the moment. This you can't really see, but like there, a lot of my mates were on the first row behind the goal, so it's a good atmosphere in there, buzzing off. I didn't even
amazing.
I celebrated, but I didn't even look at them until after the game. Do you know what I mean?
You're so in that moment.
Yeah, I'm still in the zone, but
do whatever it takes.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect then. This one going into your favourite spot?
Yes.
Final category then, we've got defender. So we want to know which out of these defenders has been your favourite to play with?
Maguire, Tarky, Keno, Stonesy.
So you've had at least 50 appearances, some much more, with every one of these players. How much easier does that make your job?
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me too much, really, because obviously the lads who play in front of me, you've got to train well, and you're there on merit, because if it's Premier League, if it's England, you're there for a reason, and if you're not playing, then all of a sudden you get your chance, you've got to take your chance. So, but everyone's there to be ready, and that's what everyone's there for, to play matches, and that's why they get picked.
So out of these four then, got a couple from the international side, a couple from the club side.
Yeah.
Who's been your favourite defender so far to play with? Difficult one, making you pick between teammates here.
Yeah. Yeah, they've all played representing the country, all played for England. Keno representing England, come from, signed the same year as me from Burnley to when I was at Sunderland, come to Everton the same year. Tarty come a couple of seasons ago. I remember him making I think he made his debut against Switzerland at Leicester Stadium. Stonesy obviously won everything with City, won treble, close to 100 caps for England, and Maguire, big slabhead there.
Say that to his face.
Yeah, yeah, don't worry, I will. Yeah, obviously Harry been at United, and me and I would debut relatively same time, same year, and obviously Stonesy went to 2016 Euros, but me and Harry been on that pathway from 2018 World Cup onwards. But for me, I would say Stonesy.
Okay.
Obviously, you know how good he is with feet, but just the amount of the blocks and the way he stops the shots coming towards you, because he's got that technique of stopping the shots, blocking them really good. Yeah, he's quality. But each individual's got their own strengths as well, but I'll go with Stonesy. And I remember playing with under-19s, Germany away.
And during a game, you have to shout at them quite a lot, don't you?
Yeah.
Each other. Is that all forgotten as soon as the final whistle goes?
Oh, 100%, yeah. Yeah, definitely, that's what we do. They shout at me, I shout at them. And it's normally because we know what we can both do. We can all do better. Or if someone's not doing something, we can pass the information on to try and help the team. It's all about getting 3 points, winning the game at the end of the day. Or if it's in the Premier League or for England in competition, it's like, how don't you lose a game? How do you, if you're not playing well, scrape a draw, for example. But yeah, it's all constructive.
Okay, then, John Stones going into your final spot.
Johnny Stones.
Finally, then, here is the sticker to complete your board. Are you happy with it? You really studied that one, didn't you?
You know what? That's moi.
Jordan, thanks very much for joining us today. Best of luck for the rest of the season. And that was the Sticker Book Challenge with Jordan Pickford.